Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Dual Destiny. Today I think we need to go present this stuff to DePlume. And I think we already presented everything to you, right? Yeah. Alright, cool beans. Alright, so where was she? Was in the bar, right? Pub O Danger, yes. Pub O Rodney Dangerfield? Good joke, Chronos, thanks. I don't know why that popped in my head, but hey, you have to live with it now too. Oh, you people again. You're becoming quite the nuisance. If the veterinarian won't come out, then I might just have to give it up and leave. That veterinarian, huh? Veterinarian? You mean Dr. Crab and Mr. Ryan was talking about? You are correct. He likes to shut himself in the back room there and won't come out. But I don't think he's even in there today, so I'm about to get ready to go home. She sure seems to know a lot about the workings of the aquarium. And maybe a little something about the incident this morning, too. Mr. Wright, this is no time to be standing around thinking to yourself. It's time to put your psychedelic clock skills to... Oh, Psylock. Right. Psyche lock, whatever you want to call it. And uncover her secret. That's Psyche lock, Athena. Psyche lock. Alright, so we're just need to do that, yes.
Take that!
I would be surprised if we don't make it to at least the start of the trial today, because I feel like we've been doing this for a few episodes now. Why you're here? Isn't that a question all of us have to ask one day or another? Ms. DePlume, I want you to tell me the secret you're hiding. I'll do nothing of the sort. It would be mean breaking my promise. I don't know who you made this promise to, but you will tell me. You're not an aquarium employee, and yet here you are, after the place is closed. That must mean you're connected to the incident involving the owner somehow. Oh, I don't know anything about any incident involving the owner. No, not the murder that happened this morning? You didn't hear about that? No, I think you do. I have a piece of evidence here that suggests you do know something. It's this, right? She's clearly the old man in the trench coat. Yeah.
Take that!
According to Detective Fulbright, this shows the orca attacking the victim. And the person in this footage is wearing an outfit just like yours, Ms. DePlume. Oh, I suppose there's no hiding this bombshell figure, is there? Yes, it is I. And I think I can guess why you're here at the aquarium. You're not simply a visitor to the aquarium. What you're really after is... I have no idea. Do you have one of these on you anywhere? It doesn't look like it. Man, I have a police investigator, a witness to a murder. Well, you realize it is a witness to a murder. This is true. Is that correct? Do I just because it's true, right? I think. She at least saw the whale headbutting something and a bunch of blood coming up. So she's not an employee. Right? You just said that. I was assuming she was. Maybe just an idiot employee. Could be a police investigator, but if she was here all the time... Witness to a murder? You're a visitor who happened to witness the death of the owner, Jack Shipley. That is correct. Oh, I want to say it, but I promised the police. It's no good for you to keep things inside, you know. Unless they're like your organs. I'm sure you'll feel much better once you get it all out. I give up. I'll tell you everything. Wow, you're easier to break than Pearl. And she can barely keep a secret on her own. If you wanted to tell me this badly, why couldn't you just done so instead of putting up the locks? I think anyone would agree that I held it in for as long as I could. But I couldn't be expected to withstand this commoner's badgering any longer. Please calm yourself, Miss DePlume. And that's top-class badgering to you. You are correct. I witnessed the murder, the killer whale's crime with my own eyes. You got a problem with that? Blue boy, you want to fight about it? Boss, Miss DePlume's anger is so powerful. Even I feel like I'm about to explode, but that's actually my default emotion. You have to do something quick. Please don't explode on me. Can you start with telling me what you saw?
Finger guns! I witnessed the very moment the killer whale attacked the victim. I told the police what I saw as well. I'm the sort of person who simply can't rest until the truth is known.
Huh. So both Ms. DePlume's statement and the footage point to Orla's guilt.
Huh. Pardon me, but you seem pretty pleased that you witnessed this incident. What? Pleased? Shame on you. Or are you implying that I'm happy about the innocent man's death?
No, yeah. Yeah, I think she is.
Of course not. I just don't get the sense that you were afraid of Orla.
It's more like you were interested in her.
Are you? You know, I wasn't sure, but I was thinking about that maybe... Are you perhaps one of my fans? Is that how you knew? That I'm the non-fiction writer Norma DePlume?
Oh, that Norma DePlume! So, big fan, huh?
No, I never even heard of her before. Well, now that you've figured me out, there's no sense in trying to hide who I am, I suppose. Talking to fans is part of the writer's duty, after all. Oh,
but I'm not a fan, I tell you. What sort of books do you write? Non-fiction. Oh, okay, yeah, that's true, but what sort of non-fiction ones? The ones that are entirely fiction, or the ones that are actually true? So what exactly have you written, Ms. DePlume?
Oh my, you mean to say you truly aren't familiar with my work? I write the truth. I take great pride in my craft, you know. I've been gathering information on Orla the killer whale for years now. For a year now. I've been very worried about Orla's violent tendencies. And today, my concern was proven to be well justified.
Orla isn't fired, she's a sweet and gentle soul.
Oh, the moment you let your guard down with that killer whale, jump! The shapeshifter aquarium has already denied the killer whale's violent streak, but has been rumored to attack people.
Oh, I thought there was gonna be more there. Like, I saw the dots, and I thought you were gonna continue.
But rumors are just rumors, even if they're true. They aren't necessarily true. Yes, I realize that. But I only write the truth. That is why I questioned the owner directly. But he refused to allow my research, and he even had the audacity to say to me, "You're nothing but a nuisance. Coming here day after day. Don't ever come back again."
Sounds like her research was a bit too much to take.
But then, how did you get in here if you've been blacklisted? I have my methods, like breaking and entering.
This lady is shameless. Orla's violent streak.
We won't let you speak badly about Orla. She's only allegedly killed a man. We're going to defend her. I'm only stating what I saw with my very own eyes. I came to the aquarium today to observe the killer whale. But on my way to that thing's tank, I heard its cries.
You can hear Orla from the visitor corridor?
There are speakers in the corridor, up near the ceiling. Apparently the speaker is there so visitors can hear the killer whale's sound. In any case, as I approached the killer whale's tank, I heard its cries, and when I arrived, I saw something terrifying. What did you see?
What did you see?
The killer whale stealing the swashbuckler spectacular hat the owners was wearing. And then, the moment it bit him and shook him mercilessly to death within its jaws.
What? I mean, he did have a chomp mark on his side. To be fair, I'm assuming his autopsy will show that. Well, they didn't schedule an autopsy, right? Huh. What? Orla bit the owner to death? I think she shook it to death. In justice we trust, so I take it Ms. DePlume's just finished telling you what she saw? Detective Fulbright, I guess you've already heard it too. Yep, when we took her statement earlier, that's when we took her statement earlier. As you heard, I'm afraid the accidental death is really the only thing it could be.
Yes, and a dangerous case like that cannot be allowed to harm anyone else ever again.
But she's not dangerous. She's only killed one person. You need at least double digits to be dangerous. Sorry, but the prosecutor's office said the case didn't have enough merit to go to trial. There was one prosecutor, though, who expressed the interest in the case. Really? Then could we have that prosecutor take a look at the investigation report? Unfortunately, I doubt he'd even take action without evidence of a homicide. Look, I understand how you feel, Mr. Lawyer, but maybe you could give up on this one? Not a chance. They paid in advance. We'll just re-examine the crime scene and strengthen our case. Well, if that's your version of justice, I won't stop you. And we won't rest until we find proof it wasn't accidental death. It was premeditated by the orca. You'll see.
Let's go, Mr. Wright. Time to check out that crime scene one more time.
Alrighty. Different hat though, right? It was black in the flashback.
Alright then, let's start a re-exam pronto. I'm gonna check out the mess in the back one more time.
Athena, wait! No running around the pool!
Yeah!
See, that's why you don't run. Are you okay? It didn't look like she tripped, but...
Oh my god! I think there's a crack in my ass! Oh, I slipped.
Wait! Huh? Orla? What is it, girl? Oh.
Ah!
Athena, are you alright? She crashed into all the stuff behind her.
I tried to get out of the way, but all I did was slip and fall again.
That was a pretty amazing wipeout. Are you hurt?
I'm okay, but why did Orla spike a ball at me? After all the fish I gave her, I thought she'd like me.
Maybe she thought you were the main entree?
Very funny, boss.
In any case, let's give that ball back to Orla. There's a badge. It looks like everything gets shifted around when it fell. Or when I fell. You're right, there are things now that we couldn't see before. Like another ball. I guess Orla really likes them.
Look, there's something new by the outline of the body, too.
Was that puppet thing always there? Because I don't like it. No, I gotta go over this way. Okie dokie. Ah, there we go. So yeah, outline badge. Mannequin thing?
Oh no, that child is hurt and horrendously ugly.
What? Call an ambulance. Hey, it's just a dummy.
It is? Oh, I mean, of course it is. I was just testing your response to an emergency.
Well, I guess we found out that you don't bluff when under pressure.
Grr, I guess I'll just have to keep practicing then. I wonder what the dummy's for, though.
That? We use it to train Orla. It's smaller than a human, but it does the job. Some of our tricks can be pretty dangerous, so Orla practice them on the dummy first. Forget the tricks, those bite marks look pretty dangerous. Oh yeah, no, if you get bitten by a killer whale, you're fucked. Like, yeah, no. Have you seen their teeth? Like, don't get me wrong, being bitten by anything, it kind of sucks, but those things are pretty not bueno.
Look at all this stuff scattered everywhere. I see some swords. I wonder if they have anything to do with the case.
They're all made of rubber. I doubt they could be used as a weapon. You freeze it first. You dip it in water, soak up some water, put it in the freezer, and then you bludgeon them to death. Maybe. I guess it works more for styrofoam weapons, right? Nerf weapons. But I bet if someone got wrapped up with whapped up with one? Whapped. Like whap. With one, it would sting quite a bit. Yeah, I guess it would.
But I think I could take the pain.
Yeah, good for you. Oh look, there's a blow-up dolphin. I thought that said blow-up doll. And an anchor.
Mr. Wright, are you even listening to me? Stop looking at these toys.
Yikes. Guess I've been caught red-faced. There. There's a broken sword there. Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't circling when I was going over other ways.
The tip of the blade is missing. Guess it just broke off?
Don't tell me it happened when Athena fell over.
You better be trying to pin the blame on me, boss.
What? No, of course not. The police will do that.
No use trying to hide it. It's written all over your face. Besides, the broken part isn't even here. How could it have been my fault?
I better watch what I think or I'll get everything, every little thing thrown back in my face. Tentacle? Look, we just found that giant octopus prop's missing leg.
Wow, I bet you could get a whole lot of,
What? Carpaxio? Paxio? Carpaxio. What the fuck is that? Yeah, we're looking it up. One second. How's this spelled? C. So it's carp. Pack. CO. It's a dish. Oh, I put an extra P in it. Cooking style for Italian appetizers involves thinly slicing raw meat or fish and covering it with olive oil. Oh. Oh, is this the shit from The Sopranos? I mean, it honestly looks just like a plate of raw meat with shit on top of it. Yeah. Alright.
Huh, let's go to the ocean and try and catch a giant octopus of our own.
Yeah, but even if we did catch one, how are we planning on slicing it up? With a knife?
Keen problem. That's what man invented chainsaws for.
That'd get messy. I've never seen anyone so hell-bent on chomping down some giant octopus. Well, I doubt we could catch one that big anywhere near the shore anyways.
The more roadblocks you throw out, the more I want to do it, you know. Oh, I can't wait to get started.
It appears that Operation Discouraged Insanity has backfired. It always does. Next, she's gonna want to steal a boat.
Hey, look at this mark on the floor. What do you suppose it is?
Footprints?
That's where we stand when we want to play volleyball, Orla.
Volleyball, huh?
Yeah, if we stand there, she'll spike the ball right at us. So when Orla spiked the ball at me earlier, that was one of her tricks? It doesn't mean she hates me?
Nah, she totally hates you. She also just wanted to play. She loves volleyball. She used to play with the captain all the time.
Aww. Sasha looks so sad.
Okay, time to snap out of it. This is no time to be all dejected and mopey like a blobfish. I mean, your boss/friend died this morning, right?
That's right. Time to put on a smile and stay strong, right?
What's a blobfish? Or do I not want to? No, they're adorable. They're also hideous, but they're adorable. What's this? A coin?
Mr. Wright! There's blood on it!
You're right, but it's dried.
Do you think it could be the victims? And what was it doing all the way over here in the first place?
Huh, I'm not sure, but now that we've found blood outside the pool, it just might help us prove that there's more to this case than just accidental death.
Huh, you're right! Orla certainly can't leave the pool after all.
Or can she? Dun dun dun! Speaking of coins, take a look at this. There are a few coins around the body here too.
You're right, boss, but where did they go? They aren't here anymore. You don't think someone picked them up, do you?
Yeah, probably. Hey, Sasha, what happened to... Would you happen to know anything about this coin? Ah, I guess I missed one. I just finished picking up the rest of them. You picked up all the coins already. That's right. I thought the police finished their investigation. They gave me the go-ahead. They didn't investigate fucking thoroughly enough, apparently. I haven't found them all yet, though. I'm just still missing a few.
Well, if they aren't besides the pool, maybe they're in the pool. Let's go to the ladder over there and take a peek at the bottom, boss.
Alright. Can't see anything from here. I'll have to take a look. Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought you were going to zoom in on it. Ah. Look! I think I can see something at the bottom of the pool.
I knew it. I want to go down and check.
You want me to go down and check? Yes. You can't jump in dressed like that. Sure you can. You'll drown under the weight of your clothes. Do it!
No, I won't. I'm a pretty good swimmer, you know.
Be that as may, that pools are really deep. I doubt you can hold your breath that long. But maybe Sasha can. Sasha, get in the water! Huh. Huh, Phoenix, look at all these coins I found at the bottom. Thanks, Sasha. So there really were more of them down there, huh?
We seem to be finding them all over. I wonder how many there are altogether.
Including the ones I put away, there are 300 of them. They're for the show. Huh, sounds like they'd be heavy. That's 7 pounds, I'd say. A little lighter than a stringfish. But I'd better put these coins away before where they belong. So 7 pounds of coins scattered around the scene, and one of them with blood on it. They have to be related to the case. I wonder how the blood got on that one. Wait a minute. Could it be? Remember how Detective Fulbright said that they couldn't find a murder weapon? Well, what if these coins were the weapon? Huh? How could a little coin kill a grown man? I don't know. Have you ever seen that one X-Men movie? Well, one coin by itself isn't much of a threat. Wow, 300 coins together could definitely be used as a weapon. All you have to do is put them in a bag. You put 7 pounds of coins in a bag and swung it at someone. It would make a pretty formidable blunt instrument, wouldn't it? It would explain how blood got on this coin too. Oh, I get it. If the bag of coins is the weapon, then we can use it to prove Orla's innocence. I don't see anything resembling a coin bag around here. Maybe the killer took it with him. Yeah, that would certainly make it look like Orla did it if they did. You know what I think, Mr. Wright? The bloody coin alone should be enough to prove that this might have been a murder. I agree. It shows the possibility of a human killer rather than Orla. Yes! This is just what we needed! Let's go show this coin to Detective Fulbright and Miss DePlume right away. Good idea. Let's hope they're still at the pub. They're just taking shots there. Oh, you're back. So did you find anything?
Of course he didn't.
Remember, even if you don't succeed, it's the effort you make that's important. Is he trying to console me?
Let's show them the evidence we found. That's the one that points to the human culprit.
Right, because we won't let Orla be put down. Okay, present. Yar! Probably should have read that, actually. 1 second. Discovered beside the Orca pool, there are 300 coins altogether, weighing 7 pounds. This makes it a likely murder weapon. Please take a look at this blood-stained coin.
Eek! Cease and desist at once. What kind of man shows a lady blood?
Irk, she doesn't have to get so worked up. What are you terrorizing this lady for, with? Come on now, let's see it. We found this coin beside the Orca pool. We did see a large number of coins beside the pool, but not one with blood on it. We just learned that there's 300 of these, weighing around 7 pounds in total. Now, what do you suppose would happen if a person was assaulted with that many coins? What? So you're saying the coins might have been used with, like, some kind of blunt weapon? And if the blood belongs to the victim, then yes, it's entirely possible. Huh. But I wouldn't call it decisive proof that the real culprit was human. You wouldn't? Why not? Because there'd have to be something to put the coins in to make them into a weapon. Without that something, it's just not going to be enough to pass muster. But I will say that your theory does seem to warrant further investigation. I'll call the prosecutor's office and ask to reinvestigate from a possible criminal angle. You will? Oh, thank you very much. I really hope Detective Fulbright can convince them. Maybe we're not actually getting to trial today. Huh. You won't believe the answer I got. When I explained your passion for this case, the police investigation, they said that the prosecutor I mentioned earlier would be willing to take this to court. Really? So this means a new suspect has emerged? No, I'm afraid not. To be frank, Prosecutor Blackwell said he wants to prove that the Orca's guilt in court.
What? It's Prosecutor Blackwell that wants to prosecute Orla?
That's fine, Detective. Thanks for arranging this. For us. Well, I must say you're taking this rather calmly. Defending Orla in court was my idea from the start, and I'll do whatever it takes to save her. In that case, I'll do whatever I can as well to see that justice is served. Ms. DePlume, will you be a witness for the prosecution?
A trial for a killer whale? I never heard of such recklessness before in my life.
It is a waste of taxpayer dollars, you're not wrong. But I will reveal the truth. I mean, to be fair, we know it's not the whale, right? That'd be kind of weird if it was. But, like, we go through all this DLC thing, and it actually just was the whale. Just pulls a gumshoe, slowly rolls around in a chair, like, feed. Just translation. It was me all along, pal! But I will reveal the truth about this killer whale and then write all about it. Ha! Sounds like a plan. Now, if you'll just come along with me, we have a prepare for tomorrow, and I still have arranged for an autopsy.
Oh, I look forward to tomorrow. Until then, blue lawyer, yellow fan.
No, yellow girl. Stop pointing your finger guns at me.
I'm not a fan.
Well, at least we managed to get the case to go to trial.
How in the world we defend an orca in trial anyways?
To be honest, I'm not really sure. Plus, Mr. DePlume,
Mr. DePlume said Orla bit the victim. This trial sure isn't gonna be easy. But I'd love a challenge.
Then we ought to be just fine. I guess I should go over that swashbuckler spectacular you were watching this morning.
Oh yeah, we can have a formal viewing back at the office.
There's nothing decisive against Orla in the security tape, but that doesn't mean much. I'll just have to find a more concrete way to save Orla at tomorrow's trial, or else. Okay, maybe we are going to trial. Chose me to open my big mouth. Alright, let's continue to the next chapter. I'm assuming this is going to be, what, courtroom number 5, right? This is after the explosion? Nope, number 3, baby!
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning. Chipper as ever this morning, I see.
I just think we actually get to have a trial for Orla. As a matter of fact, I just ran a few laps around the courthouse to get extra pumped.
And I just splashed my face with some water to get the sleep out of my eyes.
Oh, I also cued the swashbuckler video,
Cued? Oh, like you put it on DVD or you gave it to the court?
So we can watch it anytime.
Okay. Long past are the days of VCR tapes, right? I didn't actually want to watch it. Thank you, though. I thought I was going to bring up something like the read. Thanks, it might just help our case. By the way, have you some serious dark... you have some serious dark circles, does she? Did you stay up late watching this?
What? Me? No, I just woke up early, that's all. Guess I need to cover them up. I get ragged on enough as is by Prosecutor Blackwell.
Speaking of being pumped, I'm pretty fired up for the trial, too. It's been a while.
That explains why your hair is thicker than usual.
No, that's just the glue.
I mean, look at it. It's all super pokey and prickly and all that stuff. It's amazing.
That was a compliment, right?
Oh, good morning, Mr. Nick. I'll be cheering you on from the gallery.
Thanks, Pearl. It's been so long, I'm actually a little nervous. Good morning, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh, Mr. Rhymes, you came to watch the trial?
Yeah, Sasha is back at the aquarium with the orca. So I thought I'd better come here to watch for her.
Well, don't you worry. We're gonna win for Orla. Isn't that right, boss?
Right, one unprecedented trial coming right up. Please be the Canadian judge. Pretty please. Pretty sure that was only for Mia's case, but please. Oh, we are in courtroom number 4. Didn't courtroom number 4 blow the fuck up? You rebuilt it already? Court is now in session for the trial of Ora Shipley. Ora? The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ora? Oh, okay. Yeah, apparently I missed that one. Must we waste words on this? Prosecutor Simon Blackwell, known as the Twisted Samurai, he's a prosecutor who's also a convicted felon. I see he never conducts a trial without his loyal hawk, Taka Mitsunoku, by his side. Mr. Wright, it's been quite a while since I've seen you like that. A lawyer image suits you. You look younger somehow. That's because I bathed and shaved, and I'm out of my bum clothes. Thank you, Your Honor. You look as young as ever yourself. Well, I have to keep up with you folks after all. By the way, has the defendant arrived in court yet? Surely you jest, your baldness. Did you not receive the memo? The defendant, Orla Shipley, is an orca at Shipshape Aquarium. An orca?! Like, court dismissed! Why are we wasting taxpayer money with this? I mean, to be fair, investigate the scene until you find more about the human involvement, but still. Arrangements for this trials were made only yesterday, so I didn't have time to review. But an orca as a defendant, it's patently absurd. Direct your comments to the defense. He's the absurd fellow who insisted on defending an orca in court in the first place. Absurd or not, I will carry out my duty to defend my client. Your duty to defend your crying ant? Don't you mean crying orca, Mr. Wright? If we were to proceed, we must treat the orca as we would any other defendant. Every soul, be it man or beast, is of equal value. The question is whether that soul is painted in black or white. Take Taka, for example. He is as human in spirit as you or I. He does have a lust for blood, though. The real question is, am I in for more pain, as always? Orca or not, I suppose the defendant is still a defendant. And I vow to render my verdict fairly and impartially. Now then, Prosecutor Blackwell, your opening statements, please. Do it yourself. I suppose I can hardly leave it to someone who knew nothing of the defendant. Very well, listen carefully. The orca murdered the owner of ship-shaped aquarium in the aquarium's orca pool. Is it murder, though? Like, isn't the definition of murder, like... One second. Man, my search history is so fucking weird. Maybe I should clear that. I mean, okay, to be fair, even if you clear it, it's still there. It's still saved in the browser's database, and it's still saved in the government's computers. Puts tinfoil hat on. They're always watching us, and not really a tinfoil hat at this point, but still. Let's see. Murder. The unlawful premeditated killing of one human being by another. The stabbing murder on Broadway. Kill someone unlawfully and with premeditation. So, yeah. I think by definition, it can't be murder because the orca is not human. But I guess we are treating it as a human spirit, right? Yeah, the orca murdered the owner of ship-shaped aquarium. The aquarium is orca pool. The orca apparently toyed with the victim mercilessly as he died. They do that. A sadistic orca. What a chilling thought. And where exactly is the defendant now? Inside this. A cell phone? Prosecutor Blackwell? Time marches on, your baldness, with or without us. I borrowed this TV phone from the aquarium, which allows us to interact with the orca. A TV phone? Very well. The court accepts it into evidence. Cell phone used by ship-shaped aquarium staff. This model can connect to TVs and can be used to conduct teleconferencing. We'll be able to view the defendant in question on this large monitor. Fulbright, prepare for transmission. Ha ha ha! You got it, Prosecutor Blackwell! Defeat! We'll proceed with the defendant on the telecast. So this is the orca that stands accused, is it? Feet. Slaps belly. Aw, she's waving her flipper at us. Maybe she's cheering us on. Wish Phoenix and Athena luck. Feet! Oh, it's quite cute, isn't it? And this adorable creature is suspected of killing a man. Oil is really pouring on the charm, huh? She is far from cute. She's a violent, reckless animal. That's right. The name's Bobby Fulbright, and I'll take over the explaining from here. Now, if I could direct your attention to this diagram of the crime. Following the report of an orca attack, we, the police, raced over to Shipshade Aquarium. There, we found a guest who said she saw the orca and the victim from this visitor's corridor. As the witness was watching, the orca suddenly went crazy and attacked the victim. The orca was the only one there, therefore no one else could have committed the crime. It's not quite finished, but I have a portion of the autopsy report here. It's not finished. Instant death from brain contusion. There are signs of blunt force trauma to all over the body. Well, I can't imagine the terror of being attacked underwater by such a large creature. Oh, fuck that. You're not wrong, right? Like, I love the ocean. I even wanted to, like, go, like deep sea diving and shit like that. But, not deep sea, like, as far as the human body can take without, like, a machine sort of diving. But as I grew older and I became more aware of my horrifying fear of being killed, I didn't want to do it anymore. But attack it did. Prepare yourself for the grisly details, your baldness. The prosecution moves to introduce our witness, Fulbright. You've got it, Prosecutor Blackwell. In justice we trust. One brave lady whose fine sense of justice compelled her to speak. Coming right up.
How dare you make me wait? Don't you know I'm a busy woman? I could have written an entire book for all the time I spent in that lobby.
Prosecutor Blackwell. Well?
I am Norma DePlume, and I am a non-fiction writer.
Am I the only one who isn't telepathic here?
Looks like you can read into people's words just as well as I can read into people's hearts.
Not everything needs to be a competition, Athena.
Yes, it does!
What, Norma DePlume? The great non-fiction writer, Ms. Norma DePlume herself? I've read all your works and enjoyed them immensely. Just say, Chronos, especially about the one about how steel beams can't be melted by jet fuel. Your million cell of the great grief of the great. Anyway, sorry. The great grief of the great thief is one of my favorites.
Oh, are you a fan, Your Honor?
Alright, I made myself laugh too hard.
Are you a fan, Your Honor? I could give you my autograph if you'd like.
Wait a second. I could swear you look much different in the photos in your book.
Well, I used ones from 10 years ago in my book so that the paparazzi won't harass me.
Honestly, that is not a bad idea. Like using a double, not a double, like a stand-in so you don't get harassed. I mean, you are sentencing that model to being harassed pretty much, but at the same time, I don't know if using a, well, okay, I'm assuming she was thinner 10 years ago, right? So that's probably why it works, I would assume. At the same time, I would imagine, like, if she's been doing this for 10 years, they probably would have seen the progression, right? Anyways, the judge seems shocked, like he was catfished. The visual disconnect must really be doing a number on his honor's head.
Can we get started, please? If I find you to be lacking as a judge, you will see your debut in my book.
Such harsh comments. You really must be the real Norma DePlume. Who knew Mr. Plume was so famous? Enough jabbering. Tell the court what you saw and keep it brief.
I would thank you not to order me around. I'm perfectly willing to tell everyone what I witnessed. It was the moment of the murder.
Very well. Please proceed with your testimony.
I went to Shipshape Aquarium to see the killer whale. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor's corridor, it suddenly went crazy. I saw the killer whale bite the victim into death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. Attempting to remain calm, I reported the incident to the police immediately.
That adorable defendant really did all that. It must be much more vicious than it looks. Now, deliver your judgment so I may carry out the sentence.
Objection!
I really want to kill a whale. Defense would like to do some defending first, if that's alright. Must you drag this out with your tomfoolery?
The defense always has the right to cross-examine a witness, you know.
A fellow inmate told me this just this morning. If you want something signed, all you need is the document and a witness. Let me guess. They were convicted for contract fraud, right? Shit. All we need is the case, in this case, is the evidence and a witness to convict. It's as simple as that. Looks like I guessed right. Well, sorry, but as Miss Cykes said, the defense has every right to cross-examine. Isn't that correct, Your Honor? Honor? No, honor. Yes, of course. You may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I like to poke my eye. That is really nice lipstick. It's a little, like... It's a little much, but I like it. Alright, let's press.
Hold it!
Probably should check out that autopsy report, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Instant death from... Oh, we already read this, actually. Oh, we didn't read all of it. So, estimated time of death, under investigation. That's probably key. Bruised all over body, death thought to be a result. Thought? Why do you want to see the orca?
Well, it is featured attraction in the aquarium, after all.
Why waste energy on such tripe? There is but one attraction in Shipshade Aquarium that is worth anyone's time. And that is the penguins. Isn't that right, Taka, my friend? Alrighty then, I guess Prosecutor Blackwell is for the birds. Guess I should jot that down. Note to self, Prosecutor Blackwell is on Team Rifle. What? Oh. I was like, really? I just got an achievement? As for, and so you went to see the orcas in the tank. Yes, okay.
Hold it!
The orca suddenly went crazy, did she?
Yes, it took a look at me, and then all at once it started going berserk.
Did you look like a fish, or did you do anything to make her angry?
I did nothing more than simply glare at it from the visitor's corridor.
She glared at Orla. And what was the cause for her to go berserk? The reason the defendant went berserk mad is not the issue here. Only what she did once she entered that state.
In any case, the killer whale began behaving wildly in front of my eyes, and then...
Ah!
Hold it!
So you're saying you saw the very moment of the victim's death?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Oh, it was simply dreadful. It was as frightening as losing one's manuscript just before the deadline.
I suppose for a writer that would be pretty terrifying. That'd be fucking awful.
I witnessed the killer whale's horrific act, and I knew I had to do something, so...
The last one, alright.
Hold it!
Why were the police the first one you contacted?
I was afraid if I told the aquarium staff, they might try to cover it up. Of course, I immediately told the aquarium security after my call to the police. I believe I deserve praise for my swift decision-making skills under pressure.
Mr. Plume is the most assertive witness I've ever seen. That's... I don't know. We've had a lot. I guess some of the witnesses that were actually murderers might not count because they ended up being murderers, but still. We better do our best to look like big-shot lawyers if we want to match your intensity. Ms. DePlume, I praise your swift decision-making skills under pressure. If that was more of a kiss-up than a big shot, I suppose it was unrealistic to expect a big shot from Mr. Wright. How fitting for a small fry to praise a big shot. I like cutting the small fry some slack, you big meanies. The important thing here is, did she really see the moment of the murder? You're ready to go, aren't you, Mr. Wright? I can see it in your eyes, and in your heart. I should really get that checked out, huh? I guess I really am a lawyer at heart. Alright. So from his statement, it seems like we need to say that she did not see the killing. So, autopsy report here?
Objection!
Yep. It would seem that you are mistaken, Ms. DePlume.
I beg your pardon?
The autopsy report does indeed say death thought to be a result of orca attack, but the actual cause of death is contusion from the head trauma, not being bitten.
What? But, I'm sure the victim was bitten.
I don't believe that can be true. The security footage doesn't show anything of the kind. He did... Okay. So, I'm sure we are technically right, in some form or another, but the body we saw of the dude literally had, like, almost a bite mark in its side. We have the picture, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's not a full bite... Okay, so that's not really... I guess it's not a bite mark. If an orca bit, it would be a lot more gruesome than that. So it's more of like it bit onto the clothes, I guess. But still. Security footage doesn't show anything of the kind.
Objection!
Huh. Just as I suspected. I knew you would peek at the footage behind Fulbright's back. Well, what do you expect when you wouldn't play nice and share? But unfortunately for you, the footage you saw was only one small part. Huh? Yesterday, after I decided to take this case to trial, I re-reviewed all of the evidence. Taka, the evidence I gave you for safekeeping. Scream. Guess that hawk is higher up on the pecking order than Fulbright in Blackwell's book. Honestly, yeah. Very well, let's review the footage. What is this? This orca is biting the victim. I'm assuming he was carrying him to the surface, right? No way! Is it windy in court? I have to say that this appears to be a very damning evidence.
No, I can't believe Orla really bit him.
Pretty sure it probably just bring him to the top. Sure. And there's more. Look at this. Yeah, so it was just biting the clothes. This photograph was taken while the body was being examined. Huh. There seems to be strange bruising on the victim's right wrist. I'll have the crime lab examine the bruise and calculate its relevance to the case at hand. What's important right now is evidence that points to the orca as killer. Look at the left side of the body. The orca's tooth marks on the victim's clothes. Yes, they do appear to suggest that what she did, in fact, bite the victim. It didn't go through the body, so it bit the clothes, sure, but not the body. We got 2 photos now. Woo!
I told you so. And then the killer whale swam up towards the surface with the victim in its mouth.
Objection!
However, in the autopsy report, the cause of death is contusion from head trauma.
Objection!
You are much too impetuous, Wright Dodo. Granted, the orca biting the victim was not the cause of death. The witness was mistaken about that. Then what explanation is there to what the witness saw? Did I not say in the beginning, the orca toyed with the victim mercilessly? My goodness! After killing the victim, the defendant swam around with his dead body in her mouth. Just like any other predator toying with its prey. They do that sometimes. Not all the time. It really depends on the animal, too.
Mr. Wright! The hearts of the people in the gallery are suddenly filled with fear! Fear of Orla!
So the defendant bit the victim after she had killed him. But if that's the case, then we must still figure out how the defendant killed the victim. Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have any sound theory to give to this court? I wouldn't be standing here if I couldn't prove whether the orca's heart was black or white.
But Orla is black and white. Her body, I mean.
Athena, please try not to provoke Prosecutor Blackwell. This witness also observed the actual moment of the murder. Think back, word mistress. Think back to what you observed before the orca bit the victim.
Ah, I see what you're driving at. So that was the true moment of the murder, was it?
Now explain it in a way that even these simpletons can understand.
There you go again, ordering me around. Stop that this instant. But whatever, I don't mind telling my story. I saw the killer whale before it toyed with the body as well. I saw it the moment it killed the victim by headbutting him.
Orla killed the victim by headbutting him? Are you saying headbutt was super effective?
That's right, it ran the victim over and over and over again.
I recall the autopsy report stating that there was bruising all over the body. Recall as well how persistent the defendant can be when she's attacking her prey.
And we all just saw the killer whale headbutting the victim in the footage, don't forget.
The footage backs up Ms. DePlume's testimony, but there's also something very important it does not show.
Now do you see what a menace this killer whale is?
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I can't allow your testimony to stand unchallenged. Looking at this footage, the orca certainly seems to be headbutting something, but you'll notice that something is not the victim.
Oh, it's windy in here!
I want to look away, but I can't. Even if it was the victim, you couldn't have seen him from where you were, could you?
What? Oh, well, I suppose not.
Ms. DePlume, did you actually witness the victim being headbutted by the defendant?
Let's see. Oh, I remember now. As I recall, a rock in the shape of a skull was obstructing my view.
So you're admitting that you couldn't see the victim?
Yes, I suppose I am. However, immediately after the headbutting, the victim came floating up. He came up from behind the skull-shaped rock, and his body was all limp. What else could I think except that killer whale was headbutting the victim?
Objection!
But if you didn't actually see the moment of the attack itself, then it's pure conjecture.
Objection!
Must I do everything around here?
How dare you speak so rudely to me?
There's no need for hysterics. Clear your mind and recall how you reached your conclusion. Though you couldn't see what the orca was attacking, you didn't need to, did you? Because you knew she was behaving exactly as she had 1 year earlier.
Oh,
1 year ago?
that's right. That's it. That's how I knew the killer whale was headbutting the victim.
I'm sorry, but could someone explain exactly what happened a year ago? If you must know, a very similar incident occurred only last year in which the defendant murdered her trainer. Oh, what? The orca murdered her trainer, you say? What? Is this really true? This is not looking good for us. It's all in this book. The Killer Whale. This book, The Killer Whale. That's Miss DePlume's latest work. I was thinking of picking that up. Now I get a free copy. Last year, the defendant killed her trainer in the middle of a show. The orca headbutted and bit the victim. Same thing she's accused of in this case. You're gonna kill 2 people? Oh, that thing is a menace. Guilty, guilty, I say. I never want to go to the beach again.
No, now everyone's even more convinced that Orla did it.
We were doing so well. No, we weren't. But now everyone in the room has a bad impression of Orla. Feet. I don't want to think she did it, but it's hard to keep on believing in somebody who can't even tell me her side. Feet. Facts, Athena, you gotta believe it, Orla. That's what I'm paying her to do. There's no way she killed anybody. You gotta save her, please. I'll bug you. Sasha, what am I doing down to my client like this? This is the time to be strong.
I believe in Orla, and I'm ready to fight for our client. I'll take everybody in this court on him if I have to.
Don't you worry, Sasha. We won't give up on Orla. We'll defend her to the very end. Thank you. Thank you very much, both of you. Feed. We are Orla's lawyers. Who else but us can save her? We can't give up on her now. I guess we'll have to just keep continuing to defend her next time. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all then. Bye.